We've done a number of neuroimaging studies using functional magnetic resonance imaging. It's very good at showing you brain anatomy and also how nerves are firing in coordination or anti-coordination or disconnected one from the other. And we first looked at high versus low hypnotizable subjects. We recruited a lot of students at Stanford and put them in the scanner. Didn't ask them to do anything but just relax. And we found that there was high functional connectivity among the high hypnotizables between the left prefrontal cortex here and a part of the brain called the anterior cingulate cortex. The cingulate cortex is like a C on its edge in the middle of the brain. And the front part of it, the dorsal part, is a kind of a sensory system that does pattern matching and says, oh, wait a minute, there's something else going on, you better pay attention to it. So if you hear a loud shot out there, you think, I'm in America, it must be a gun, and you get distracted. If you turn down activity in that area or you coordinate the activity with the executive control network, you allow yourself to concentrate more intently. And so high hypnotizables are people who have functional connectivity between those two brain regions. We then recruited people who were high and low and hypnotizable, and we hypnotized them in the scanner. And there, the high hypnotizables, when they went into a hypnotic state, activity in this salience network, in the anterior cingulate, went down. So it's like they were saying, I'm going to turn off the alarm system and just allow whatever to happen, what happened. The second thing is they got higher functional connectivity between the executive control region and a part of the brain called the insula. It's a small part in the middle near the front, and it's a mind-body relay system. So it helps the mind control the body and also gets the mind to read signals from the body. And in hypnosis, you can do remarkable things. You can help your body relax by just imagining you're floating in a bath, a lake, a hot tub, or floating in space. You can actually change how much gastric acid, stomach acid you secrete. If you eat imaginary meals, your gastric acid rate goes up 89%. If you relax but don't think about food or drink, it goes down 39%. So the brain has exquisite control, more than we would think of, particularly in hypnosis, over the body. The third thing that happens in the brain is you get inverse connectivity between the executive control region and a part of the brain in the back, the posterior cingulate cortex, that we call the default mode network. It's what's active when you're not doing anything in particular, but you're thinking about yourself and who you are, what kind of a person you are, what do people think of me, and you disconnect from that part of the brain. That's also a part of the brain where activity goes down among experienced meditators. And you know, part of meditation is you get over yourself and just experience things. And so it is, I think, a wonderful matrix for change when you're in a mental state where you're not thinking about how you usually do things. You're just doing them and seeing what happens. So you're allowing yourself to experience rather than judge the experience and find out what it's like. So that's what's going on in the brain. We've also found that high hypnotizables have in the anterior cingulate cortex more of one particular neurotransmitter, GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, that is an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It's the kind that is stimulated by anti-anxiety drugs, benzodiazepines. And these people have their own natural anti-anxiety medications in their brain already there, poised to work. So it's why, in part, highly hypnotizable people find it easier to very quickly shift and allow their bodies to relax.